Sharon Mitchell.
And welcome everybody on this Monday evening. We hope you had a good weekend. Welcome to you, Sharon.
Thank you, Teresa.
Sharon Mitchell is filling in for Craig Walker. Always glad to have Sharon.
Oh, and it's wonderful to be out here with you, of course.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Tonight we're going to begin our show by talking about video games. We probably all remember Pong. That was probably the first video game that you could play at home. Well, we have come a long way in the last 15 years since that game came out. Now there are high-tech graphics and greater challenges for the video game aficionado.
Now, as you know, I am a big fan. I am a big fan.
To say the least.
I got a chance to go up to Redmond, Washington, where Nintendo of America is headquartered. And that's one company that's out to prove that video games aren't just for kids anymore.
Nintendo Gameplay, this is Jenny. How may I help you?
You've only been through the first cement pit.
Well, the Final Fortress is kind of a magical maze. Right under the wet paint sign?
Well, you're going to come across this big sea serpent.
You'll get to a place where there's this big skull head guy. Looks kind of like something from Star Wars.
If you're one of America's 65 million Mario-loving maniacs, you know the lingo. If not, you may be asking yourself, what are they talking about? They're talking strategy. They're talking warp zones. They're talking Nintendo, a video game phenomenon that's still going strong 6 years later.
It's just like a culture. You know, again, Nintendo revitalized the video game industry, and once that started, it was like a snowball effect. There was just no stopping it.
There are basically two types of Nintendoites, the calm, cool, collected type.
Don't you just love the music?
And the out-of-control, impatient, get-the-straight-jacket-ready, stubborn manic type, like yours truly. No! What is it about these games that reduce men, women, children, even this intelligent good evening reporter to guttural noisemakers, babbling incoherently and carrying on conversations with absolutely nobody for hours on end?
Give me something that I can use.
It's fun. Some of the games are just really mentally challenging. The name of the games is The Games.
As if 400 games aren't enough to keep Nintendo on the top of the heap, there's a monthly magazine with game-winning tips, a Game Boy you can play anywhere, and a telephone hotline that started out with 4 game counselors back in 1986. Today, 200 game counselors based in Redmond, Washington, field questions from players all over the United States, Europe, and Canada.
And we're taking 140,000 calls a week, which is 20,000 a day, if that means anything. It's incredible. Players call in for a variety of reasons. Number one, and probably the most popular, is how do I get through this game? How do I defeat Ganon in The Legend of Zelda? How do I drive my car? How do I make pit stops? It could be just about anything. They're also calling to tell us what games they've accomplished, or and more importantly, probably, to give us tips.
And once you stop, it'll bounce up again. Then you can go underneath that one. Yep.
The counselors aren't necessarily Nintendo know-it-alls, but with 4 weeks training and all the answers right at their fingertips, they're ready to handle the phones.
Well, first course, you can only go to the right, correct?
But these game counselors have something that any game-playing fan would give his NES advantage for, a job where it pays to play video games all day long. And check out Nintendo's newest offering, the Super Famicom system with 3D graphics. The only hitch, the new system isn't compatible with the old. But that doesn't seem to bother the game counselors. They're already playing the new games.
It's just a great place. Would you like a job? I need a new assistant.
I could do that. I really could do that. I could do that.
Some people will say anything to get a crack at playing the new games on the new system. But as long as there are new games to play, old games to master, a princess to rescue, a world to save, the video game craze will be more than a fad. It will be an adventure.
Oh, no.
That new Famicom system will cost you about $200, but it won't be out until August or September.
And you're not going to believe this. My mother She's already put in a bid for what she wants for Christmas. Guess what she wants?
The Famicom system.
Wants the Famicom.
You know, it doesn't surprise me. Like mother, like daughter, it runs in the genes.
It does, it does.
You're pretty intense at those games.
You think I'm
scary, Sharon.
Well, you know, I like a good game. You think I'm intense, though. I caught up with a kid who is not only intense, but he is a champion. His name is Robin Mihara.
Robin is a video game pro. He's been matching his wits against various video foes for 5 years and has a world championship trophy to show for his Nintendo game-playing expertise.
I'm good at them, and I like to play them. And I like playing games that take me a long time to pass, because most games I pass in a couple days.
Robin says he's no Nintendo nut. He doesn't sit here for hours on end and watch the world go by, but when he is in the mood for Mario or one of his other favorite games, he gets down to some serious game playing.
It takes a lot of hand-eye coordination. I'm better under pressure.
Robin got the chance to play under pressure in world competition after a disappointing failed attempt right here in Portland.
I lost here because I wasn't very good, and then I practiced over the summer. Then me and my mom went to Oakland, where I won that trophy. And, and I won there, and then they gave us tickets to go to L.A. in December. And I placed third.
That's right. You're looking at the world's third best Nintendo player in the 12 to 17-year-old category. Our resident video wizard says the formula for success is simple. It takes the calm, cool, collected approach and lots of concentration.
So I've learned today that there are basically two styles of play. There's your style, which is very vocal and very physical, and then his style of play, which he is so quiet.
Yeah, but don't let his quiet exterior fool you. This is one guy who lets his fingers do the talking.